All right, Victor, so this is the only swing we got on the video tonight because it's looking so good, man. Man, I'm so happy for you there, buddy. And also, Gim, the thing I'm excited about is a couple weeks ago at range office hours, I told him that he was above that line on the downswing. And he hasn't seen it on the video the last few weeks, but he knew exactly what I was talking about. He changed it that night, and he's been hitting it great ever since. He's been off a little bit maybe last time, but and that's one of the reasons he's hitting it so well the last couple of weeks, and he hit so well in that on-course practice tournament on Saturday. And I told him I was so fired up for him just a few minutes ago because at such a young age, he's able to feel that stuff now and do it even without seeing it on the video. So that is great. On the plane line, above it, right there, pretty much parallel to the plane line through the top of your left shoulder, Victor. And over here, there's that good weight shift. And it doesn't really bother me if that swing's a little bit long right now. Arms are extended, man. Hands turn over real well. And right on up to your left side there. In perfect balance. So I love that, man. And again, out of the rough, you just have to play that ball back in your stance. I'll give you a little idea about that here. See, when you hit a pitch, right, the ball is coming, or any iron shot, right, the club head is coming down into the ball and stuff, and then it goes lower. See, it's high there, and then low there, right? And that's what you want. And if you're in the rough, see the grass would be in between there, wouldn't it? So that's why you have to play it farther back in your stance, back here, to try and avoid the rough and hit the ball, and then make sure you get the divot out front to where it has some kind of loft on it. And because you're doing that, see that de-loft the club. So that's why you need to kind of aim left, even de-loft the club more, because when you do that, you can still get some sweet spot on it and get some backspin on it, and it pops up in the air for you. So you aim left, close the face, and play it back in your stance, and all those things counteract, and you can hit it pretty straight out of the rough and get it airborne. Somewhat airborne is good. Anything airborne is good out of the rough. It gets going straight, moving forward, instead of those fat things you were hitting before you made those adjustments tonight. All right. This is Joel Suggs. I sure enjoyed meeting you down at the Cincinnati Golf Show this weekend and showing you your swing on the 2D equipment that I have. And so I want to take about 2 or 3 minutes to just show you around Meadowlinks. This is the studio I use in the winter for all my students. You see there's the down-the-line camera angle for our 2D equipment. And then we have the face-on camera angle also. And then what we also have here is 3D equipment to where I can show you your swing from 6 different camera angles with this 3D equipment. And we can get your swing from down to the 1/120th of a second in terms of exactly what your hips, shoulders, and hands are doing in the swing. And then also, I have the most realistic hitting curve I've ever seen from puttersedge.com. So when you hit your full shots, it feels as realistic as possible. And then I have 3 different green speeds for you to practice your putting. 9.5 on the step meter, 10.5 on the step meter, and 12.5 on the step meter. That's benefited my students tremendously. And then also I have a lot of learning aids like this Smart Stick. You can see the rest of those learning aids over here in my bag that we can work on to help you learn the certain fields in your golf swing that you and I both want. And then also I help my students a lot with their equipment through the winter. This is a frequency analyzer where we twang your club and it gives us a reading here. And then also we plot your whole set, each club on these lines to see if the set is really matched or not. Quite often they aren't, and it helps my students tremendously when they find out what clubs are the offending clubs. And then if we get tired of being indoors and we want to go outdoors and hit some, we can do that. It's my daughter. Ellie, good to see you. I haven't seen her in weeks. No wonder you've been gone, Ellie. You've been out here playing in the snow all this time. But this is our natural turf area. This is closed until April, as you can see. But it's a fantastic area where we can step outside and hit some balls and get some real ball flight. Or, if we get pretty satisfied. I think they're looking better on the video here. We're kind of cooped up inside. We want to go outside. We can step on out and hit balls and see real ball flight for about 5 or 10 or 15 minutes, however long you and I can stand the cold, out into the air, and we see them land at these different flags. I have a yardage book for this driving range. It's the first one I've ever seen in my life where we know exactly what it is for the front, back, and middle of each green. And again, the covered area here is heated, so we stay out there for about 5, 10, 15 minutes, like I said. It enables us to see some ball flight, and then we get satisfied that things are looking the way we want, and we can come back inside, take off our coat, and look again at the video equipment to see how your swing's looking, to make sure that you understand it. And then notice too, my exercise ball up top here, and then also, so I help my students a lot with their fitness through the winter, and then I will help you also with your sports psychology, with your golf psychology from the golfpsych.com people down in Texas. That's helped my students tremendously a lot over the years too. So again, I sure enjoyed meeting you down at the Cincinnati Golf Show this weekend. I look forward to seeing you again out here this summer at Meadowlinks, or even right now in the winter. I have a lot of people that work on their games with me right through the winter. Check out more information about the things I do to help you at joelsuggs.com. Take care.